Play action. It's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
To throw again on 2nd down, Newton. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Packers!
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
That was an example of catching a team off guard, because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him, because once he hit full stride, it was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They fake the give. Newton. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now Watson.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Watson.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. It's a second down run with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks.
Touchdown, Packers! Dallas Goedert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Newton's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Newton. And Shark calls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. First down, Seattle. To the air again, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now, that last pass, CD, he just added another notch to the old belt. What a career it's been. He's over 35,000 career passing yards now.
And when you say that number, over 35,000 yards, how many people have done that prior to him?
Right around 30.
Boy, that's a pretty good number. Now you're into a membership that means you've done a heck of a job in this league for a decent amount of time. You're recognized as one of the better players.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone.
Not only have they completed a couple.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and 2, Watson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Watson escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a first down throw for Newton.
He'll get this off to ETN.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Off play action, Newton. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Cam's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Flush to his right.
He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Shark.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right.
That's once again complete to Chark.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
ETN
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Travis Etienne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Check 31, check 31. Check 50, check 50. You go tight. You go tight. You got tight right there. Shit. Check 51. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert
3. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to